We have another nice day in Wally World. Walla Walla. Sun shining. Tomatoes are getting ripe. And as I go into my shed, I'm starting to put the upper ceiling on, and I cut the angle wrong on the ceiling. I thought I had it right, but I didn't. I cut a 45-degree angle right here so that the plate will go all the way up to the top here. And then what I've done is taken a 3-inch piece right here, and I'm using it to hold this up when I glue it, and I'll also probably use some boards to glue it. One thing, I've kind of screwed up on a little bit of the seamage right here, but that's no problem. The caulk will fix that. I've never done this before, so it's the first time. It's actually going pretty well for that. Got to caulk all this in, it'll work. The one thing I noticed about putting in this foam board, and for a 10 by 14 foot shed like this, it takes 13 4 by 8 sheets total area to do it. But the one thing that I noticed, if anyone else is going to do this, say you want your shed to be stronger, is that when I push on the front here, you know, it's strong but it's flimsy. But when I push on the side, right here, it's really added this pink insulation R5. And I think it was like $14 a sheet, something like that. But it adds a hell of a lot of rigidity. Now I did say rigidity. You thought I was talking about my wife for a minute, weren't you? I mean, sometimes with that woman, I don't know whether to embrace her or embalm her. That's a joke. I really wanted to keep all these pink, perfectly pink, because I wanted to keep everything in order. But then I figured, fuck it, I'm going to paint it white anyway, so I'm going to paint it white, and I'm going to I won't put any oil primer or anything on these things. The main reason for that is because if I got a little fire or something, I'm just asking for problems. These lights right here, I've already figured it out. They're going to have a couple of chains come off of here and go right up to here. The main part of the light will be held right up here, right above my head, and then I'll have a guidance strap here. This is all Mickey Mouse. It's done with shoelaces, okay? So that's Mickey Mouse. It's half-ass. It's just there so I can work on the deal at night. But the light should be about, I'd say, 2 inches below the main gable beam right here. That'll be above my head, that'll be away from the insulation, and I'll have plenty of light. And then I'll have a switch over here in the corner right here. Remember, when you do a shed or something like this, if you're going to do it, you have to think about harmony. The Chinese call it feng shui or feng shui. And if you think about it, it makes sense. Like when I was working in the meat industry, meat department, we put all our big roasts and all of our big expensive packages, we never put them on the left side of the cases. We put them on the right side. And that's because most people are right-handed and they always grab things with the right hand. So if you put the expensive stuff over here and the cheap stuff over here, then they'll grab with their right hand the cheap stuff. Now, the way I want to plan this is, since I'm going to come in and come to my right, I want to have my little bikes right here and maybe a shelf right here. I know I'll have a shelf in the back, but I'm going to be facing this way most of the time. I'm pretty sure. And in facing that way, I'm trying to align the shed to get the most, let's say, per square foot harmony, I could say, because I'm going to spend a lot of time in here. All of the walls will be painted satin or eggshell white. which has a slight sheen. Satin and eggshell are both the same thing. And the white should help me in the winter overcome the winter blahs, which everybody gets due to the long, cold days for the next 6 months. But I'll have a lot of time to do all my little projects. And I think it's going to be really good. I haven't seen the Spy Cat any. Oh, wait. No. That's the real cat. Now you can tell the difference between the Spy Cat and the real cat because the real cat changes colors because he's turning brown. The Spy Cat hasn't turned any colors. That's one thing the East Germans haven't fixed yet. How to make their white Siamese turn brown if it's a seal point.